Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So it's all about getting this bloody angle sorted out, isn't it? Now I look too flipping small. I have got some bar. That's better. It's just that little bit of tweaking. Get there in the end, one of these days. So today reviewing Honeydew from Fuller's. Been a while since I've had this fella. Not seen anything massive changes as yet nationally. And I'm setting up Windows 10 on my new computer, mate, just at the same time as being here. At the same time as being here. Things you do. Nosy bleeders, aren't they, on these computers these days? Don't they? All your business. Second one of the day. Just done a review of Goliath. I'm off work, so why not? And in the last review, I mentioned that, as you can see, the walls changed behind me quite a bit. In the last review, I've gone round and where's the screen like that? Bloody stupid screen. I've gone round and can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, checked all the dates. So now I'm forced into reviewing certain beers straight away. You know, put the Christmas beers slightly on the back burner for a minute, or for a bit, and focus on certain beers, which, you know, I don't mind. It kind of forces me into not picking my favourites and just going out and reviewing a load of different brands, a good spread of beers from multiple different breweries. It's not a bad thing, really. So, golden beer, honey on the nose. It's quite nice. It's definitely more of a pub beer than a craft beer, you know. But then again, most beers in bottles actually are anyway, if not all. So it's 5%. Got to be honest. If I'm telling you about my top favourite Fuller's beers, the Imperial Stout, the Vintage Ale. As long as I ain't got a different branding, thinking. Golden Pride by a mile, London Pride itself, the Porter. There are many good beers. This to me wouldn't be at the top of that list, but it's been a while, so you know I have drank it before at some stage. But you never know. Sometimes, you know, you look at beers, you turn them down, and then when you're forced, the issue's forced on you, then you drink it and you think that one's actually that bad. So I've just set this bloody computer up and it's not found me Wi-Fi, which is a bit of a shizzle because obviously I'm in the shed, bottom of the garden, so I need Wi-Fi, and I'm looking at probably getting one of these 20-metre lengths USB cable to 10 metre, so I can get it halfway up the garden to a place where I know the internet catches it. It might just be that it needs to be outside the shed, but not in the shed. And yeah, you can't win them all, I suppose. So, you can't beat a bit of multitasking, can you? Doing reviews and at the same time, oh shit. What's me? I can't run setup. I've got to do it the old-fashioned way. Actually, look for the drivers. Ball ache. You can't win them all, can you? So yeah, yeah, good change around in here. Obviously, Christmas beers across this wall here now. Some of the ones that I will be reviewing in quick haste across here. And then other ones I've pushed to the outskirts, the ones that will be reviewed quickly. I've got a load of beers on here, St. Peter's and like Blue Monkey, beers that I can put on the wine rack. You know, obviously when you've got such a stockpile of beers, focusing on certain beers. Obviously Christmas is coming up, Christmas themed beers is the main area for me. God, I'm freezing. But moving on from there, you know, getting rid of this stock that's either slightly out of date or there's one or two that are a year out of date. I ain't going to tell you which. I'll test them myself, taste them, see what they're like. I've not come across any beer in bottle or can that tastes nasty, even as much as a year and a half out of date. So don't be put off by out of date. The likes of low cost beer actually sell short date or out of date stuff and bankrupt stock as well. You know, where companies have sold it off just to get a bit of money back because, you know, they've hit the wall. Better than seeing good beer go down the drain. That would be a sacrilege. You know, none of us want to see that. So just click on setup. So I'm trying to set up oh, piss off. And yeah, trying to set up the internet down here. I've got this Wi-Fi adapter here. It's one of them that's supposed to have a good range on it. It's supposed to. We'll see. Cannot run on this platform. Oh, you ball bag. That means I've got to go the old-fashioned way. It means I'm going to have to go through the device managers and try and update the drivers that way. All good fun. You can't beat a bit of fun, can you? I know I should have installed it on Windows 7 before I upgraded to Windows 10. Bloody thing. Oh well, you can't win them all. So first of me 5 days off. It's like being on holiday, getting full pay. And I mean, for people who've been on furlough for 7 months, 7 months of 80% pay. You know, you're not paying for your petrol, travelling. So really, yeah, you've lost a bit, but you haven't lost that much. I know people that would gladly go on furlough. Obviously, jobs at the end of it, you know, not easy. And I dare say even now, if it all went tits up at work, I could soon get a job. Which is why I've not burnt bridges. I've not burnt bridges with any of the companies I've worked for lately. Because if there's a route back in that I need to take, and God forbid, hopefully not, I can. So, I don't think it's going to go that way, but you never know in life, do you? It's that awkward thing. I mean, I never thought I'd leave Nottingham City Council. I was there 20 odd years, 22 years. And from a 17-year-old up to 39. And then in the last 10 years, I've worked at Sainsbury's for 5 years on the BWS department. I'd love to go into working in some form of brewery job. Even learning the ropes, delivering first, cleaning, you know, it's all bloody interesting. And moving on from there, you know, developing beers. Oh, working in a homebrew shop, actually selling beers to people, because let's be fair, you know, I could sell you a beer or a wine. I was very, very good at Sainsbury's at it, talking to people, saying to them, oh, if you like that beer, this one's very similar, you know, you may like it, you may not, but yeah, give it a try. You can, yeah, it's one of those things. And the same with wines, I was really good. Obviously, with wines at that stage, I was drinking a lot more wines then than I do now, even, you know. I don't drink enough now, but yeah. And then 4 years at Streetwise for Rushcliffe Borough Council. That was a good job on the whole. Some issues, obviously. Messed about a bit. You know, we did a lot of work, and it was the appreciation from some sectors was not good. sadly. And then a year at Nottingham Park Estate, where obviously a very tough year. Shouldn't have been tough. Should have been a dream job, doddle of a job, because it is easy work if you're good at your job. And I was I am very good at my job. But now, what am I now? Free middle of August, September, October, November. So, September, October. 3 months in now. Supposed to be having a 3 month. I'm on a 3 month probation. Fuck if it gets rid of me, won't it? Let's hope not. You never know. That's a pitfall in life now, isn't it? You know, there used to be a time where jobs were for life, but jobs aren't for life now. And you know, being the best person you can be. Oh, like a little laddie. Chair. That's better. I am going to get them 2 bar stools. Well, there's actually 5, and I might get as many as 3 of them from work. Dry them off, bring them home, and put them here. You know, so when we're back to normal, people visiting, a couple of extra bar stools in here, you know, a couple of mates round, and it's back into being like a proper bar. And I may even treat myself to one of these punk jobbies, but it's all for the future, all interesting. And you know, it's what I made this room for, you know, partly for, well, I didn't make it for doing bloody beer reviews, I made it so I could play games down here, make it into like a man cave. And the last 2 years of doing beer reviews, and since lockdown, when I built the beer wall, it has grown into being the place to do my beer reviews. By this time of the year, normally I've been up the arse. I've been up the arse since about the beginning of November because it's too damn cold. And at the moment, still down here, the weather's on our side. But soon I'm going to get another gas bottle and do most of my reviews down here, because let's be fair, it is the place. It's like being in a bar, really, isn't it? You know, although if I went to a bar, a pub, and any pub sold that amount of different beers, I would be in heaven, no doubt about it. You know, there's no pub I've ever been to that is anywhere near that. And then I know you got these beer shops. I think it's Craftworks, that you can buy the beer, then sit down and drink it inside. And that's a good idea. I like that idea. The pricey though, but I do like the idea. And hopefully, when Corona pisses off, we all get back to that normality. We all get back to, you know, meeting up with people. You know, if there was people close by who watched beer reviews and that, and going for a drink with them, shouting about beers, going, you know, to some of the good real ale pubs, and sampling beers. What a bloody, you know, because to be with people who are actually interested in the beers, as you are, is an amazing thing. Not just 1, 2, 3, you know, drink until you're on your knees. No. Drink the beer. Appreciate what's in front of you. You know, and I used to be that type. Drink, you know, just neck it. No, I like to appreciate. I mean, I can neck it still, obviously, but. So, back to Fuller's, because it's 14 minutes in and I'm only halfway down. That's what you get for yakking. And I'm watching that screen as well. But yeah, for me, traditional beer, a bit of honey in. As with a lot of Fuller's stuff, it's good for the pub shelves. Good for the bar, on the bar, to pour. Hence why these lot are still in supermarkets in bottle form. A lot of this bottled stuff, you know, it lasts and it stays on the shelves forever. You know, whereas a lot of the craft stuff behind me will come and go quite rapidly. For me, a good traditional pub beer. Again, you know, like the last one I've just reviewed, Witchwood's Goliath, and that again was a good pub beer. And I do find that a lot of the stuff in bottles is more pub beer than stuff that you just want. You know, the craft stuff. Not always though, because there are certain breweries that, even though it's in bottle, it's really bloody, you know, it's different. It's like as good as the craft stuff. So, but that's not to slag off the bottled stuff, you know, because Fuller's are one of the brands, you know, I do respect a lot of their beers. And the proof of the pudding is how much they sell. And obviously working in retail 5 years, it's great, because if you're a fan of beers working in retail, you see what sells when it's not on offer, and that is the key. The stuff that sells when it's not on offer is obviously damn good beer. Whoa. So enjoyable, very traditional beer, hint of honey, more on the aroma at the beginning than rather than at the end. But obviously it's a honey beer, it's organic, so for those of you who've got the, you know, thing about organic, it's good for you. For me, yeah, it's a nice beer, perfectly palatable, tad on the old fashioned side, a bit lost in the mire amongst today's beers, but not everyone. Bloody screen. Not everyone wants the, you know, the in your face beer, so I really get that. Yeah, for me, it's a beer that, you know, traditional pub beer, good along them lines. Would go well with the likes of John Smith's, Caffrey's, and a lot of the beers of that genre. Obviously, in the summer months would be even better. This time of the year, you know, it's not really golden ale weather at this time of year. Bloody hell, it's freezing. It's cold in there and all. But still an enjoyable beer, and that's the main thing. Out of 5, for me, I'm going to give it a 3.7 out of 5. Possibly one of the lowest. It's not slagging it off. It's just that it's not in the same category as a lot of the newer stuff that's out there. But it's still a good beer. And that's where scores really, you know, let's be fair. Scores don't mean that much in the grand scheme of things. Does it smell okay? Yeah, it does. Does it taste okay? Yeah, it's quaffable. Good pub beer, you know. And yeah, it's well worth a pint. I mean, if I seen it in a pub against something like Guinness and Carling and Foster's, I'd go for that all the time. So just goes to show you. And that's it for this beer review. Long beer review. I've rattled on this beer review, but yeah, not bad. Not the best Followers though. Let's be fair. Golden Pride, flipping heck. That's in a league of its own. And I need to get my arse to a Waitrose before Christmas. And that's it for this beer review. Thanks for watching. And as always, thank you all for the comments. I do read the comments. And if anybody sees anything out there, Christmas beers. I mean, there was a bloke from Ireland yesterday posted about a box set that's coming to Lidl in Ireland. I think it was Lidl. A 12 bottle box set. And it sounds bloody amazing. Let's hope to God we get it in the UK, England and Scotland and Wales, because it sounds brilliant. Let's hope it's not just an Irish thing. I'll be gutted if that's the case. But you know, you can't. There's not much you can do really. You can't buy it and ship it across. It costs too much. That's it for this beer review. Thank you again for watching. See you soon. Cheers.